If you're watching this, you're probably looking at ski goggles and the Smith I/O Mag name keeps coming up. Everyone says they're the best, but here's what surprised me. After a full season of abuse in everything from bluebird days to total whiteouts, I'm not here to just blindly praise them. Therefore, I'm breaking down the three crucial things nobody is telling you about these goggles, and one of them might be a deal breaker. For the best price, click the link in the description. /NUC, most reviews just talk specs. They'll say ChromaPop lens, magnetic system, cylindrical lens. It's boring, and it doesn't tell you if they'll actually work for your asterisk face in your asterisk conditions without driving you crazy. So today we're going deep. We're going beyond the marketing. But first, a quick joke. What did one ski goggle say to the other? Nothing. They just gave each other a lens tint. /N. All right, let's get into the first thing you need to know, which is the absolute game changer and also the source of my biggest headache. The magnetic lens system. Smith calls this their mag technology, and on paper it's brilliant. You just grab the lens and pull. It pops right off. No fiddling with little levers or tabs with your bulky gloves on, which feels like trying to perform surgery with oven mitts. Therefore, swapping lenses for changing light is theoretically a 5-second job. In practice, when you're at the top of a mountain and the clouds roll in, it's a genuine lifesaver. /N. But here's the twist they don't show you in the ads. That magnetic system, it's almost too asterisk good. Let me explain. The magnets are incredibly strong. Getting the lens asterisk on requires a very specific alignment. You have to get the top lip seated under the frame first, then snap the bottom in. If you try to just slap it on, it won't seat properly. I've seen people, including myself on a frustrating chairlift ride, struggle with it the first few times. Therefore, there's a learning curve. It's not hard, but you need to practice in your living room, not in a 20 mph wind at 10,000 feet. Once you get the technique, it's smooth. But that initial "why won't you stick" moment is a real thing. /And now, why is this system so important? It's not just about convenience, it's about versatility. Smith's ChromaPop lenses are fantastic. They enhance contrast and reduce eye strain. Having the ability to carry a low-light lens and a bright sun lens in your pocket means you're always optimized. Therefore, your first thing to know is this. The I/O Mag's core feature is incredible, but you must commit to learning its little magnetic personality quirk. Master that, and you've unlocked its superpower. /N. This leads us perfectly into the second thing you must understand, which is arguably more important than the magnets: the fit and the fog. Let's talk fog first, because if your goggles fog, they're just expensive blindfolds. The I/O Mag has what Smith calls their anti-fog dual lens technology. Basically, there's an inner lens that's treated to resist fogging. Combined with good ventilation from the top and bottom vents, it works most asterisk of the time. Here's the contrarian snapback. In certain conditions, these can fog worse than a cheap pair. /N. When does this happen? It's all about airflow and moisture management. If you're doing high output hiking in the backcountry and you stop suddenly, or if you're wearing a face mask that directs your breath upward, you're asking for trouble. The ventilation needs a temperature differential to work. On a super cold, still day, the airflow can be minimal. Therefore, you need to be proactive. Don't let snow pack into the vents. Don't put them on your forehead where sweat drips in. It's a high-performance system, not a magic force field. Think of it like a sports car. It performs amazingly when driven right, but it's fussier than a minivan. /N. Which brings us to fit. This is the make or break. The I/O Mag has a medium to large cylindrical fit. It's designed to fit over most glasses, which is great. But here's the surprise. That larger volume inside the goggle, while great for glasses wearers, can sometimes work against the anti-fog. More air volume means more moist air to manage. Therefore, if you have a smaller face, you might find these a bit cavernous. The seal around your face is critical. If there are gaps, cold air rushes in and fogs city. Try them on with your helmet. The best helmet goggle integration in the world is with Smith's own helmets, creating a seamless seal that looks slick and functions perfectly. /N. So, the second thing to know is a two-parter. The fog fighting is excellent but conditional, and the fit is absolutely critical to making it all work. It's an ecosystem, not just a goggle. Get the fit wrong and you'll fight fog all day. Get it right and you'll forget you're even wearing them. And now for joke number 2. Why did the skier bring a ladder to the mountain? He heard the snow conditions were going to be asterisk high powder asterisk backslash NOK. We've covered the magnetic magic and the foggy realities. Now for the third thing you need to know, which is about the actual view through the lens. Smith's ChromaPop is their signature technology. They claim it filters out specific wavelengths of light to reduce the harsh yellow and blue light, boosting contrast and making it easier to see the terrain. After using them, I can say the hype is real, but with a very important caveat. \n the view is stunningly clear on a bright day. Shadows on the snow become obvious. Bumps and changes in the snow texture pop. It's like someone turned the definition slider up on the world. However, and this is a big however, not all ChromaPop lenses are created equal. The lens that comes standard is usually a sun lens, something like a red mirror or a green mirror. These are fantastic for bright to partly cloudy days, but if you buy these goggles and only use the included lens, you're missing half the point. Therefore, the third crucial thing is this. The true value of the I/O mag is unlocked by buying a second, low-light lens. \n the ChromaPop technology works differently in a low-light lens, like a storm rose flash or a sun yellow. It doesn't just make things brighter, it enhances contrast in flat light, helping you see the contours of the snow when everything looks like a white wall. This is where the magnetic system pays for itself. Swapping to a low-light lens when a storm rolls in transforms your day. You go from squinting and guessing to seeing clearly. But this is the part they don't advertise loudly. The goggles are an investment, and the asterisk required asterisk second lens is an additional $80, $100 investment on top. And so are they worth it? Let's synthesize all 3 points. First, the magnetic system is a legit innovation with a slight learning curve. Second, the anti-fog and fit are a package deal. Get the fit right with your helmet for best results. Third, the legendary view is a 2-lens minimum proposition. Therefore, your total cost of ownership is the goggle price plus at least 1 extra lens. Now for joke 3. What's a snowman's favorite mode of transportation? An asterisk icicle asterisk. \n let's do a quick deep dive on lens options because it's confusing. You've got your sensor mirror lenses for all-around conditions, your sun lenses for bright days, and your storm lenses for flat light. The ChromaPop Everyday Red Mirror is a popular all-rounder. But my personal recommendation, if you can only buy 2, get a dedicated bright light lens, like a blackout mirror, and a dedicated low-light lens, like an igniter mirror flash. This gives you the extremes. The in-between conditions can be handled by either. Therefore, plan your lens strategy. Don't just buy the goggles and hope. \n now durability. The frame is flexible and tough. I've dropped them, stuffed them in packs, and they've held up. The lenses are scratch-resistant, but they're not invincible. Always use the included microfiber bag. Never wipe them when they're dry. A quick hack. If they get wet, let them air dry or gently blot them. Rubbing a dry lens is the fastest way to ruin the coating, so treat them like the precision optics they are. They're not sunglasses. \n what about competitors? How do they stack up to, say, the Oakley Line Minor or the Anon M4? The Oakley Prism lens is fantastic, a direct rival to ChromaPop, but their lens swap systems often involve more mechanisms. The Anon M4 has their fantastic magnetic MFI face mask integration. Therefore, the choice often comes down to ecosystem. If you wear a Smith helmet and maybe a Smith jacket, the integration is seamless. If you're deep in another brand's ecosystem, consider that. But for pure lens swap speed and simplicity, the I/O mag system is still my favorite once you learn its trick. \n let's talk about a hidden pro, the strap. It's wide, silicone-lined so it grips your helmet, and has a quick-adjust buckle that you can operate with one hand. It's a small thing, but on a cold day, not having to take your gloves off to tighten your goggles is a luxury you appreciate. The foam is also super comfortable and moisture-wicking. It's the little details that show this is a premium product. However, the foam is thick. If you have a particularly small head, the strap might feel a bit bulky when buckled. Just something to be aware of. N1 more potential con, price. These are premium goggles. With an extra lens, you're looking at a significant chunk of change. Therefore, you need to ask yourself, how much do you ski or ride? If you're a weekend warrior a few times a year, this might be overkill. A simpler, less expensive goggle might serve you fine. But if you live for the mountains, if you chase storms, if you value clear vision above all else, then this investment makes sense. It's the difference between asterisk seeing and seeing clearly. And clear vision means better skiing, more confidence, and more fun. N final joke, I promise. Why don't mountains ever get cold? Because they wear snow caps asterisk. N alright, let's wrap this up with the resolution. After a full season, the Smith I/O Mag goggles are my go-to. The three things you must know are solidified in my mind. 1. The magnetic system is brilliant, but demands a 30-second practice session. 2. Fog resistance is top tier, but entirely dependent on a proper fit and smart usage. It's a partnership, not a guarantee. 3. The famous ChromaPop view is a multi-lens experience. Budgeting for that second lens is non-negotiable to get the full magic. N therefore, my final verdict is this. The Smith I/O Mag is not just a goggle. It's a high-performance vision system for the serious skier or snowboarder. It has quirks. It demands a bit of learning and a bit more investment, but once you dial it in, it delivers an unparalleled, adaptable view of the mountain that will genuinely improve your days out there. The curiosity loop I opened at the start is closed. The deal breaker is only if you're unwilling to engage with it as a system. If you are willing, they are phenomenal. For the absolute best price on the Smith I/O Mag goggles and the lenses you need, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.